Well, here we are, week 10. Can you believe it? This last week, week 9, I felt, absent from the class. And I don't know if that's because I was busy and, I don't know, maybe just trying to give everybody some space. And I know you were all incredibly busy and did an incredible amount of things. Not only in this class, but in your other courses in the capstone. So, I don't know. I just felt distant for some reason. But here we are at the end, week 10. Amazing. Congratulations. You're so close to the end. So in the next, I hope, less than 2 minutes, I want to explain 2 stories I have about the notion of inclusivity in education and representation. And I'm just going to tell you 2 stories how I bumped into those topics in the last, 8 years, I suppose. One more recently, last couple years. So the first one involves working with a faculty and helping them design a Canvas course. One of the things I love to do is help them make courses that look attractive and kind of send a message about the course right when students click into it. To that end, I've made a lot of courses, a lot of home pages for courses that involve illustrations or artwork or photographs of some kind that oftentimes the faculty have taken themselves. And in one case, I worked with a faculty, again, about probably seven years ago or so. And the course was related to children's books. And this faculty member took all these photographs of books that they had in their home. And it was just amazing. I was super excited. I felt like, wow, they're sending me these photos and they were books that my kids had read. And it was really interesting. And the course page looked beautiful. If you can imagine a bunch of, classic children's books on the home page. And so I made it. And one day, and I don't know why this happened, but I realized that all the authors were white Europeans. And it was just super clear for a moment that I had not, I had used the photos that they gave me, but it was clear that it was missing something. And I don't know, it was just unbelievably clear that it needed to be fixed. And so I sent them an email and said, hey, this we might want to diversify some of these authors a little bit, and tried to say it in a way that was encouraging and also clear. And I did, and we changed it. So that's one story just about how challenging it can be, I guess, to see that and pay attention to that in the way we work and design the stuff we do online or anywhere. The next one is more recent. It involves a few years back now, but it involves my daughter. So my daughter is currently a graduate student up in up at Western, and her primary research is around U.S. authors, but women authors who have been largely ignored by the publishers, by the public. And it's fascinating to hear her talk about the depth and richness of the work they've done, and how oftentimes through various societal norms, as we all know, go back a long time, and that those amazing works don't make it, they don't surface in the public because in many cases they're women, and that's it. And so I'm really proud of her for doing this work and advocate, or just exposing some of these people's lives and the work they do. Yeah, so there's a lot of issues around equity and diversity and inclusion and representation in various ways. This week, we're just going to take a look at that. I think it's just most important just to reflect on how we choose to expose ourselves to the diversity of opinions and ideas and the richness of the world around us, really. I think a lot of times we tend to have a fairly narrow field of view, whether that's because of our educational background and what kind of education we got, or just the choices we make at the bookstore. Who are you going to read? So I'm hoping that we all reach out a little further and find people's ideas that maybe are not like our own, or that are from our own upbringing. So to that end, that's what we're doing this week. There is a reading, there's a video to the right of this one that will kind of share some more thoughts about that. Please make sure that you are really trying to finish up on your portfolio. Make sure that all your pages of the tools explored do a good job of explaining what the tool is and what the tool might do for us. And yeah, I will see you soon. Again, I feel like I was gone last week somehow, even though I was in there all the time. And I will see you soon. Please also don't hesitate to reach out and ask any questions and let me know if I can help in any way, as always. Thanks.